Hello, hockey skaters and goalies around the world. Welcome back to another edition of the Ride to the Rink. Kids, we got a treat for you today. Scott Hartnell's here, playing the NHL for 17 seasons. He's a little short on time, so we're going to jump right in. But where I wanted to start, Scott is a brother. He's got brothers. He's the youngest, right? Scott, you grew up in an environment. We know there's a lot of sibling families listening here. Scott, can you just talk a little bit about being the youngest and how that might have helped craft your journey in hockey?
Yeah, an oldest sister. She played ring-a hockey. I got two older brothers. They ended up playing minor hockey, a lot of knee hockey, a lot of street hockey. They played D1 college hockey. And man, it was fun keeping up to them. I got my bumps and bruises and punches and chokeholds from them, but it made me a stronger, better kid to fight through that adversity, and just have a lot of fun growing up as a kid and kind of shaping watching them play, kind of shaped the way I played, and just had a lot of fun watching them grow up.
I want to say real quick, because I'm the youngest in my family. And there's nothing quite like the moment when you beat the older brother for the first time. Okay, but I want to always say that the older siblings, you lead the way for us. And you didn't ask to be in that role, but you were. So to all the older siblings out there, thank you, and watch out. That's kind of how
we're coming for you, all the younger bros, yeah, and sisters.
Scott, also, you have such an amazing career now as a broadcaster, playing in the NHL. What a ride, since this is Ride to the Rink episode. Let's talk about your journey and some important lessons that you want to pass along to the kids that will help them on their journey.
Kids, boys and girls, I got probably one piece of advice for you, and that is to be the hardest working player on the ice. It was something that I prided myself on as a kid. As a junior hockey player, when I made the NHL, I wanted to, my first training camp, I wanted to show the coaches, the GMs, everyone that I could, maybe not the fastest skate in the world, but I'm going to work harder than you. I'm going to come out of the corner with that puck instead of you, have a strong stick, all that kind of stuff. But to be the hardest working player on the ice, that's something that, your coaches will know, scouts will know, all that kind of stuff. So don't underestimate the power of being the hardest working player on the ice.
Scott, we can't thank you enough for the few minutes you've given us here today. And kids, don't underestimate that advice. I'm sure you hear, maybe you don't hear it enough, to be the hardest worker on the ice. But Scott, correct in saying that's not just games, right? It's practices, games.
It's practices, yeah. It's more important in practice, because that's going to lead to your tendencies in a game, right? And when you're doing the one-on-one battles and the 2-on-2s, and you after you warm up the goalie, you don't want to go bar down on the first shot, because that'll tick a goalie off. But when you have a chance to score, rip that thing. You have a buddy open on a 2-on-1, make that pass, and if you don't make it, you're going to be mad at yourself. I got to make that pass the next time, because when it comes into a game and you got to think quick and you got to make a play or a shot, or, defensively as well. I'm talking offense, but, to work hard on a back check, all that stuff is so important that you do it in a practice. It's just going to come natural in a game. So practices are way more important.
I love it. Kids, one thing I will tell you is go to YouTube, something we didn't have when we were growing up. Search up Scott Hartnell highlights. You'll see a menagerie, if you will, of tough hockey plays, personality plays, and a big smile on his face all the time. Scott, thanks so much for joining us on the Ride.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, guys. Had a blast.
All right, kids, remember, wherever you're at in your hockey journey, we believe in you. You should too. We'll see you on the next Ride to the Rink. Take care, everybody.